business of movies is a strange one because what you're doing is you're, committing years of your life to a project like this. So for the past 3 years, I've worked on Superman. Then the movie is released and you're like, is the public gonna like it? Are the critics gonna like it? And is it gonna make money? Fortunately, with this one, it went well on all three of those fronts. Yeah. So, I think they're falling in love with David as Superman, who I think is as good of a Superman as anyone. And I think that they're falling in love with Rachel Brosnahan as Lois, their relationship. And then also, strangely, sort of hate falling in love with Nick Holt as Lex Luthor and the sort of negative chemistry between him and David. So I think they like all three of those characters so much they're really enjoying the film. But what I think is really speaking to people is it's a movie about kindness. It's a movie about, the man side of Superman. There's been a lot of Superman stories that have focused on the super. This one focuses on the man. And I think people really like that.
What does this character mean to you? And this is a Pandora's box of a question, but what are the defining characteristics of at least your Superman?
I think he's a counterintuitively interesting and relatable character. I think he is a misunderstood character, not necessarily by the people who have worked on him, played him, drawn him, directed him, but by the public who maybe knows the idea of him. It's very easy to think of him as overpowered, invincible, sort of all the powers you could want, and to boot, not even any personal problems, really. He's like, he doesn't have a traumatic childhood. He doesn't have a chip on his shoulder. He doesn't bear his responsibility as a great burden,
He's an adopted alien. And also, he literally has a dual life. That seems complicated to me.
His parents didn't get killed in an alleyway when he was a kid. He wasn't partially responsible for the death of his uncle, as Peter Parker was. That's a hell of a way to start being a superhero. A wonderful upbringing by a very loving adoptive family on a farm, and then moved to the big city and got to start being the coolest superhero ever, and also gets to play this awesome human part of Clark Kent, cosplaying as a reporter most of the time. The point is that you're right. There are ultimately the thing that is so relatable about him is that he is lonely. That despite the fact that he is surrounded by these wonderful friends and he has this supportive family and a wonderful relationship with Lois Lane, he's not a human being. And he's not from this place that humanity is from, and he wants to belong here, but he doesn't know whether he really does, ultimately. He doesn't share the vulnerabilities that bond us as humans. The human heroes, the everyday heroes in our lives, are heroes because they come in and save the day. That's what makes people heroes, is when they show up to bad circumstances.